Welcome back to Boys and Ghouls Film Review, guys. I'm your host, Sarah Stephenson. This is my co-host, Mike Stephenson.
Hi, guys.
And tonight we will be reviewing Fire Twister that was released in 2015.
Okay, this one's an American, Canadian, and it says low-budget action, adventure, disaster, sci-fi film. It certainly covers all the genres, doesn't it?
Pretty much. I am. It's kind of sad when we were watching it the other night, and I was a little disappointed with the special effects.
Well, everybody else was too. But however, it was a low-budget affair. They didn't have the money to spend on big special effects.
Yeah, true.
So, being fair and realistic, I mean, on a shoestring budget, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, that's true, okay. Mike. Yeah, I just think that this movie could have had so much potential because you don't see fire twisters. I mean, yeah, you hear about them on the news and maybe a few National Geographic movies and TV documentaries, but in a movie like this, you think it will create some impact for the audience.
It was a little bit light on impact, yeah. Anyway, look, irrespective. Before I go on, yesterday, on our last podcast, I had a dose of the flu. I still got it, and I think it's worse. So if I cough and wheeze and sneeze a bit, we're going to try and get through this. Mm-hmm. As I said the other day, on the last podcast, the show must go on. Isn't that right, Sarah?
Quite right, Mike.
Okay, we're going to do our best. Mm-hmm. Anyway, as you said, blah, blah, Fire Twister, 2015, American-Canadian production. Mm-hmm. And now, this is produced by Kirk Shaw, Stan Spry, and Eric Scott Woods. Mm-hmm. Directed by George Erspamer, I think is the right pronunciation. The right way to say his name. Written by Larry Bain. Now, we've already said it didn't go very good at the old yada yada yada. But we won't go on to that anymore. Look, I want to say something here. In the internet, when we were digging up our information on this movie, most sites were okay. But one site in particular referred to the naughty guys as CIA agents.
Yeah, big mistake.
No, we don't think the CIA agents, because their boss wasn't from the CIA and he was running them to line his own pocket with money. So they must be mercenaries.
Yeah, I think so too, Mike.
So if we do mention them, we might use the word just the agents or something, but we will not mention CIA.
Just mercenaries will be sufficing.
Or something. But if anyone goes on to and says, "Oh, that's CIA," they weren't CIA.
Yeah.
Not if you follow the storyline.
Yeah, I mean, they keep saying it on Wikipedia. They call them CIA, but I don't know what fan has done who posted that, but
someone has put it there on the system, and it's incorrect. Look, the internet is never 100% right. Depends on who puts the information.
Yeah, I heard of mercenaries. They're hired hands.
Hired guns.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who they've been hired by. Bad guys, good guys, a mixture. That's their part of their job criteria.
It's like the Expendables. They were mercenaries. They were not working for the CIA. Whoever wanted to pay them enough money to go do a job, they would go and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Yeah.
Anyway, so who stars in this production?
Well, okay. Well, here's one of Sarah's favourites. Casper Van Dien. He plays Scott. He's an ex-firefighter. I think he had a little bit of trouble. He was stood down or something or other. Anyway, Lisa Ciara as Carla. She's a climate scientist. Johnny Hawkes as Jason, a member of the Echo group. Short for ecology group.
Yes, they're sort of like peace protesters, if you will.
Tree hugging hippies. There you go.
Yeah, peace hippies, not ones where you just end up throwing stones at the embassy.
They're nice guys who are peaceful demonstrations and peaceful shows of discontent with the system. So they're nice guys, yeah. And the other one is Leah Bateman as Barbie. She's another member of the Echo group. I will mention only probably one or two other people. Jeff Clark plays Anthony. He works as a chief engineer at the company who is in the centre of this problem with this fire twister. And his boss is Mr. Garber, and he's played by Joe Regalbuto, I think. Regalbuto. Regalbuto. He plays, Mitch, Mr. Garber.
Yeah.
He's a CEO at Cinco. And as the story develops, you'll see why we think it's not CIA related.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
do you want to take out a story before I start coughing?
Yes, I may.
Yes.
So the story begins with a bunch of protesters who get they're approaching this silo
Well,
or
no, storage container. Like a, yeah.
storage container thingy wing.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're planning on putting up. They get photographed by who knows.
With some people in the background.
Yes.
They didn't
And
know who they were. We know.
yeah, and they're approaching this tanker thing, and they're planning on putting up this banner. As I said before, they're peaceful protesters. They're not there to blow it up like some protesters do.
Or graffiti it or anything else. Yeah.
Yes. So as they're about to hang it, Scott notices right away there is a bomb sitting right near the tanker.
Yeah, so he tells everybody to run away.
Yeah.
So that they don't get blown up.
Yeah, it doesn't look so good for them. Then the thing blows up, and then the whatever is inside the tank causes a fire, and then starts creating a twister.
Now, before Sarah
And
goes
this
on,
is under 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And as I often say in the past, guys, anything
you
under
in.
5 minutes or anything below, right around that, is when you get hooked.
you get hooked. Now, I was going to say, now, just to clarify a couple of things. Sarah might gloss over them a bit, but the people in the background who were watching them were these agents or mercenaries working for the guy who's the CEO, this Mitch Garber fellow. And this storage facility is their storage facility. So he wanted it blown up. And he wanted them, his agents there, to watch these protesters and take photographs to try and shift some blame to the Echo guys.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go, just in case Sarah misses that part later on.
I was going to bring that up eventually.
Okay, but anyway.
So anyway,
and the stuff in there shouldn't have been in there. It had been moved there a couple of days earlier. And it's a new form of gasoline fuel type thing, which has zero pollution emissions, and the only byproduct after it's been used is water. So it's great for the environment. How about that?
Yes.
Now, carry on.
And according
Grizzly.
to him, it will change the way gasoline.
Which means the oil companies won't like it.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
Aha.
So anyway, that's more as an extra reason why they want it off the market. Or competitors want it off the market.
Competitors want. That's why the plot thickens later on. So yeah, we'll get into that later.
Yes. So anyway, our heroes meet up with Jeff as they're running. Somehow those mercenary guys start shooting at them, which is kind of odd. If they're going to get blamed for this, shouldn't they let the police handle it?
Exactly.
And try to get them arrested?
And how do you explain that they were there?
Exactly. And why they got shot in the first place?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Exactly. How do you blame dead people? Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
they would have photographs, so yeah.
True. So anyway, so they ran into this guy named Anthony, who works at the company.
Yes, Cinco.
Yeah, and he tells them about what was inside the big container thing.
And he tells them it shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
It only been just moved there, and it shouldn't have been stored there at all.
Yeah. So for a long
There's a
time,
setup.
they try to follow the tornado. I mean the twister.
This twister's moving down the road.
Yeah.
And through the bushes and into the town. Yeah.
One key interesting thing about this twister is it's attracted to, anything warm, hot.
It's seeking energy.
Yes. So it's going after either warmed things like
Cars, air conditioners.
yes, and
human beings
human beings
running.
too comes to mind.
What's that?
Yeah, whenever the say they're running and then their
and sweaty.
blood temperatures, their heart temperatures kind of
Well, your body temperature goes up a little bit because you're exercising.
Yeah.
Hey, what is having sex?
Oh, good question.
Aha!
Yes. So anyway, our heroes try their hardest to find a way to fight the possible tornado. A couple of times along the way, we get some short stories where reporters go on about how these guys are pinned for the blame. The CEO guy, he's definitely blaming them.
Well, yeah, it's not my fault. No, we're good guys. Yep.
Yeah, we this made this
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
gasoline, and these
And it's
protesters
wonderful.
blew it up. And they even
I'm
show
very
pictures.
sad. Crocodile tears, hey.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, one of the reporters there, she even meets one of the guys at the company.
Yeah.
In
secret.
In secret, and he tells them how that they moved certain gasoline and placed it into their
And this other container thing.
when it's supposed to be in a secret location.
Exactly. So why was it there? The meaning of life.
Yeah, all the time, our group, Scott, Carla, and Jason and Barbie, they continue trying to help certain people away from this tornado. They help a
Exactly.
nice lady and her kid.
Yep,
It was funny seeing that, where the mother is trapped in the tree, and Scott has to climb down and help her.
And the baby's buggy up there too.
And it turns out to be a toy baby.
Yeah, it looks like there's a baby in it. You try to save the baby. It was a doll. The kid was down on the ground.
Oh, hilarious. Anyway, so our heroes continue following it, and they then get cornered by these bad mercenary guys, and they try to plea bargain with these guys, saying if you guys hand you guys over, we will. Actually, she asked him, if you hand yourself over to Scott, she's referring to, the others will be set free and all
Exactly.
that. But he said no. Eventually, we find out much later, Jason is part of their group. But he was unaware at the time that these guys were going to blow up and cause a twister. Although they were unaware that this was going to turn to a twister, obviously.
Had no idea.
And the weird thing is, the mercenaries are not aware of the situation. They keep chasing these guys, but they don't realize the danger they're putting themselves in.
Exactly.
Unless they're being paid a super amount of money, a lot of money.
They used to be paid more.
Yeah, see, the CEO guy, he's placed there by a competitive company.
Yeah, we're not quite sure if he's been placed there or he's been got at by the other company.
Yes.
But he's been brought into it to destroy the fuel and anything else, so they wouldn't be able to
distribute
release
it.
this product on the market.
Yeah. So, anyway, he's being paid quite a lot, like, say, so much, and I imagine it will... Lots. So, anyway, moving on. So, eventually our heroes get caught by these bad guys, and they attempt to kill them in the most creative way, I'm not going to say.
Very nice.
Yeah, not by guns, simply a weird metal device. I don't know. I can't really figure out what it is.
Whatever.
Anyway, eventually Jason takes one of the guns, and he asks the others to get away quickly. Yeah, so he sacrificed himself. Yeah. So eventually, Anthony comes up with a plan of his own of trying to destroy the tornado. He loads it up with some gasoline tanks and some other stuff, and he heads right into the mouth of the tornado itself. And then he
jumps out.
somehow both the car and him are gone.
I'd like to think he'd jump out, but no, I don't think he did.
But I don't think. But sadly enough, his sacrifice goes unvain because the tornado got bigger.
But, however, Scott
Got the idea.
to have a bigger explosion. Well, they'll actually snuff it out like a candle.
Exactly. So anyway, Scott asks one of his colleagues to allow him to use one of their fire engines and fill the hose with gasoline.
Yeah, the whole tank was full of gasoline and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, ordinary gasoline.
And they got C4, wasn't it?
Yeah, C4. Yeah. So he went on his own, and all the other firemen who were probably sort of located near there wish him luck. Of course.
They weren't going anywhere near this thing.
Yes,
and the two girls who's working with him.
Carla and Barbie.
Yeah, they
what
ride
a
on the
weird
back
name.
with the hoses there, to tease this fire twister to follow them.
Yes, that's the whole point with the gasoline. So they can use them as the hoses for flame torches.
Yeah, like a flamethrower, and the heat would attract the twister. What a brilliant idea.
Yes.
I have a problem with that, but I'll talk about it later.
So Scott directs the twister towards back to the company where it was originally took place. Meanwhile, while this is all happening, the CEO in charge has all his staff. They're burning all the evidence of the what's been happening, the gasoline stuff, all that stuff, and of course he kills the reporter who was going undercover to find out what was going on.
Yeah, it was a golf club, wasn't it?
Yeah, he hit her with a golf club, killing her.
Yeah, and he did a good job of it too.
Yeah, and I think his what's his name? I think his secretary. What's his
Slime
name?
bucket. No, whatever.
Was giving. Well, he was aware of what was going on, and he feels rather guilty about what happened.
He didn't look real good to me.
No.
It looked like, I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well,
that's about it.
He felt really bad when he saw the reporter lying there dead, and all that stuff. And and that the CEO is planning on flying the coop. So to speak.
And he's telling everybody to burn all the papers and destroy all the computer disks and everything else. And
but burning all
and that doesn't
evidence.
sound like the CIA, does it? No. It sounds like some guy lining his own pocket.
Eventually, the fire engine arrives with Scott and Carla and Barbie is on it, and the mercenaries are there. That are guarding the entrance.
Yeah.
Not guarding the entrance; they're just blocking it. Obviously.
Well, they're standing there with their guns ready to
shoot.
Take Scott and his girls out. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Just on cue, the fire twister is behind them, and Scott says, "Waste no time," but charges towards the entrance.
Yeah, and they sort of jump out of the way of his fire truck and look what's in the fire truck. Well, the twisters come up behind them, and then they realise... Oops.
So anyway,
crispy critter time.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit of a waste of their time. They should have not have just been so...
Well, look at the bright side. He didn't have to pay them, did he?
Yeah. I thought it was awesome. It was like NTM, NTM, they're flying
NTM,
helping do the twister.
Oh, what a world!
Yeah, they were practically. I thought the first bit where they were burned to a crisp was pretty funny, but I didn't. I thought the bit where they're flying, it's right into the tornado was a bit weird.
Exactly. Well, you do get sucked up in the vortex,
true,
whether it's wind or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, they die.
Oh, what a shame.
And they're not the only ones. I mean, as the CEO is leaving, he's contacted his helicopter to evacuate him.
I need you here pronto now.
Yeah, but
if not sooner.
But as the helicopter approaches in the scene, he then gets sucked up by the tornado too.
Yeah. I told you.
And the
see that bit of Dorothy and Toto in the house? It is possible.
Yeah, and the CEO begs and cries that I'll pay you double, I'll give you everything, all that stuff. You know the price, but it's too late. He's been sucked up.
Another crispy critter.
Yes.
And a broken helicopter. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, soon enough, Scott arrives at the spot he wants to get the twister at. So he evacuates the girls to get off the fire engine, and he begins to set the detonator in the CEO.
Yeah, they jump off, and he's going
C4,
driving towards the twister.
Yeah.
At a breakneck pace of about 20 miles an hour. It was very fast. You had to set everything up. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the CEO thinks that this is an opportunity to escape by jumping onto the
fire
engine, even though he's unaware that they're just going to blow the thing up.
He didn't know where it was going, did he?
Yes, and so eventually Scott, he jumps off the fire engine, and he then makes his he heads down with the girls.
And the CEO doesn't quite make it onto the fire truck.
No.
He's standing there watching it go into the twister. And what the hell? And
the CEO booms. It just completely destroys the tornado.
And unfortunately, there's an axe on the back of the fire truck.
And it swings right into the CEO. Bam!
Whack into his chest.
Yeah.
What a great aim.
It was not a really good effect, really, to be honest. Because if it was me, I would make the axe a bit grungy and probably a bit,
I would have taken
burnt.
it by a fireball or something, Anyway, irrespective.
Irrespective, yes. So anyway, here, the fire eventually dies down, and
Yeah, stuffed it out. Yes.
yeah, and there was nothing left.
Scott becomes a hero.
Yes,
Yay.
and his boss rings him, telling him
You got
that
your job back.
that you might get your job back, and you may be looking at a higher position in the fire
Did you offer him a
department.
couple of weeks off?
Yeah, he offered him
After rest, yeah.
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 And he suggests that maybe we should go someplace cool or cold.
Cool. Yeah, skiing or something. Aspen or somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the end. And as I said before, I'm not gonna prejudge the story, but I thought the story was pretty awesome. I just didn't too much cling to the special effects like a moth to a
Actually,
flame.
someone made a comment somewhere that the special effects look like someone got at the movie with After Effects and tried to superimpose a few things on it, and it still looked like it in a low budget sort of attempt at making it look good. So, but still, if it's low budget, I mean, you're not going to get
Yeah.
you're not going to get great stuff.
Yeah, most of the stuff makes me think of when I was back at Australian Institute of Advanced Study, when I was studying my diploma for being in filmmaking, and most of that stuff was pretty much,
Basic stuff.
Basic
Yeah.
stuff.
However, it was a low budget film.
True.
So yeah, you can't expect miracles. I mean,
No,
remember in the Elvira Haunted Hills, was it?
Yeah.
At the end of it, and then and they had that head up in the sky saying, "Thank you, Elvira." She goes, "Oh, and says, I didn't think we could afford such a great special effect." You see, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, I just mean
yeah.
that what really didn't pull it off for me was the amount of people that during the scene where everyone's running from the tornado. I mean, it's in the city, and no doubt there's a lot of people in the city. There's not just a few people in the street corner. I've been to the cities, and there are usually a lot of people
They
around.
could have been having lunch. Whatever. It could have been a suburban, the residential area where people are inside having lunch, watching telly. They're at the shops getting the groceries.
And I would have thought maybe the tornado would have left lot of, building damage,
Some of them got knocked down.
True.
Did you want all of them get knocked down?
Not true, but from a distance. But when it came close up, it didn't look like they were scathed.
You wanted a decent model maker in there to make it look like Godzilla had been through there.
Exactly.
Okay, right.
Something that
I like Godzilla movies.
because most of the buildings look too clean cut. I know that there
Well,
were.
yeah, okay. Look, again, it's low budget. You don't expect miracles, okay?
True.
You're not going to be a troll, are you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's other stuff I liked about it. Like, I liked the fact that...
So it's Casper Van Dien for one.
I like the casting, obviously, and I like the fact that under 5 minutes, that was when the action started.
That's good. It's instead of saying, I will spend the first 15, 20 minutes character developing.
Yeah, like...
Bullshit.
Yeah. Yes,
Carry on.
that's exactly what I mean. I mean, I just don't
Yeah.
think it was... I thought it was a bit of a relief.
Yeah, it's
but,
good.
And all that stuff.
It didn't waste time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another point too. I mean, would you say it was fast-paced, medium-paced, or slow-paced? Medium? Medium, yeah. I mean, it could have been a bit better in some areas, but I mean, your antagonist is a pillar of fire, if you will, is moseying on down the street. How much interaction can you actually get up to, and how much action can you actually get out of it?
Yeah.
I think a moderate-paced action movie is not too bad. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, most of the other the natural disaster movies we've previewed, they usually have a little bit of character development, like when is this disaster taking place, and then either 10 minutes in, or if you're looking at Dante's Peak,
Dante's Peak, that's a good movie.
that one was halfway through.
Well, it's the point, but the rumblings and everything started at the beginning of it. And they got called out to check out a volcano which might be waking up. So it did drag you into it a little bit.
Yeah, quite
Yeah, and
quite
then
a
had
bit.
many people who got fried or
Yeah,
boiled in the
that
little
was
pond and whatever,
yeah.
and that was early in the
That
movie.
was probably pretty
Yeah.
much early in the movie. But other than that, it drawed you in the moment it
Yeah, it drew
happened.
you in, yeah. So I mean, if you get an interesting movie with a good dialogue, storyline, and I suppose a good timeline, is that the right word to use for that sort of thing? A good timeline for things to happen and everything works in together. Yeah, it's like Dante's Peak was a good movie.
Yeah.
Same as Volcano of Tommy Lee Jones. I like that
Yeah.
movie. That's not bad.
So another movie.
Yeah.
Cass, this is not the only Twister movie that Casper's been
He's
in.
one. Yeah,
He's been in two others. I
yeah,
should
and one was
mention.
very similar to this one, wasn't it? I think his movie was very similar to this one. I can't remember. I got a foggy head, so please forgive me today.
Well, I wouldn't know. I haven't seen those ones
There
myself.
was it's almost the same storyline, same dialogue. They did go a bit cheap that one. Anyway,
I don't know which one you're referring to.
I was reading up. I can't remember now. Yeah, everyone go on Wikipedia or IMDb or something. You'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I do feel a little bad about this movie, and
Yeah.
I almost wish that it was a little bit more. I mean, I just thought it was too clean, mostly too clean.
But it's a suburban movie. It wasn't jungle action,
I know.
was it?
I know, but even a major disaster movies, there's going to be a lot of grunge, and a little bit of and character development, obviously.
Yeah, but
And
you made a comment to me the other day. I don't think it was on the podcast about if you're going to do a movie, and it's supposed to be it was Patrick, wasn't it? A movie called Patrick. Sarah's watching.
Yeah.
The original movie Patrick was made in Australia about 30 years ago, and it was nice and quite light and airy. And the only thing devious and weird about it was this guy who's in a coma who developed these extra special super
yeah, the one in the
brain
70s were
powers
pretty
and
good.
started had telekinesis and different things and started manipulating things and people and machinery.
Yeah, and the
And the
1970 one
new
was pretty
movie
good.
was good too, but that was darker. I mean, you don't go into a hospital dark and grungy looking if it's an operational hospital. And that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. Ghost Adventures, might, but
Yeah.
average hospital, be nice and light and airy.
Yeah.
So it's got to be, you can't be grungy all the time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you were living in Australia or anywhere, in fact, the
You'd
place
have
is not always cloudy and grungy looking all the time.
Well, in England it's got grey skies a lot.
Yeah, true. But at
Grey
least,
skies looking at me.
but there are moments that there'll be a bit of sunlight here and there.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, but you can't always have grunge. And grunge doesn't always have to come into it.
I know,
If someone's going to have a nice little home and sitting there and everything's going good, and then a bomb hits it, you got the grunge after the bomb hits it.
I know that. I just meant that
Yeah.
with this movie, I was referring to it could, if with a little bit more grunge, it would be more believable. Like this could happen in your neighborhood, if you will. As I often said in the past, if to make it look more authentic,
Exactly.
like with Volcano and Dante's and Pink, and they showed a little bit of authenticness because it showed this could happen in your neighborhood.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to live anywhere near Dante's Peak. Yeah. However, no matter, well, it depends. You couldn't live there. It doesn't live there anymore. It's all been burnt out and volcanic stuff all over it and things and whatever and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I wish I had more information to get out to you
I
guys.
had no idea whether this
because
went to the
I couldn't
theatres.
find enough
or the-
trivia about
yeah,
it because
yeah.
it's because of it was probably just released onto DVD or video and
Yeah,
then
whatever.
or really just released in a small audience.
Well, we don't know. It doesn't. I couldn't
It
find
doesn't really tell you very much.
So it could have gone to DVD. Could have been a telly movie. Got no idea. And actually, we were thinking about it. When was it made? 2015. Yeah, it could have been there. It could be released rental. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, Amazon Prime or something.
it was filmed in Canada, I think. I read somewhere.
Well, yeah, Canada. It's kind of, where is it? American Canadian production. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the only information I can probably
Yeah.
give out to you
We don't know
guys.
how much it cost.
No.
We don't know how much it made. We don't know whether
It was
Anyone got paid? But
funny.
well, I've been funny.
So anyway,
Low budget.
do you want to rate this now? Because I'm running out of
Honestly,
thing to talk about.
I think I better rate it before I start coughing again. I like the movie, but yeah, I think the special effects let it down a little bit. So I'm going to give this one about 8.5.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, but as an overall product, I think it's lacking the special effects side of things.
Yeah.
But again, it was a low budget. You're not going to expect miracles.
Yes. And I definitely agree. I don't want to be a troll myself, as I often say, and look to the bad bits like it was a horrible stain that won't remove. So I'll just look at the good things about this movie. So I like the script and I like the characters they picked.
She likes Casper Van Dien.
It's more than that. I like the chemistry between him and his female lead.
Oh yeah, the lady from the Echo, that scientist lady.
Yeah, they're a bit of a couple.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Somewhat.
and I like the bad guy, and I like the story, the fact that there were mercenaries chasing them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Before I go, if you want to get a copy of this, I checked on eBay. There's one copy left. Amazon says it's got one copy left. Could be the same place yet, but it's on YouTube. So if you want to have a look at it, and you can't get it anywhere else, it's not your local shop or anything. Yeah, it is on YouTube if you want to get a look at it.
Look before you buy is all I often think.
Well, you could do, try before you buy it. It's a very good thing.
Yeah, well, as I often said to you guys in the past, that ordering something online can be very risky in case you don't like the story.
Exactly. See, I don't like buying online things like I need to check before I buy, so I don't buy them online. So especially electrical equipment stuff isn't going to do what I need it to do. So I go to the shops.
I have the same problem with when I find movies that I can't really find online or on or any other source.
Exactly.
So I end up having to buy them, and I may be I could be looking at a very big disappointment, or maybe an awesome movie.
Yeah. See, I've been looking for Gone with the Wind. I know it sounds stupid, but they took it off the market for a period of time, and they brought it back on.
Jerks.
No, that's fine. It's there. But I'm looking for the extra long, widescreen version. I cannot find it anywhere. I buy it. The biggest one I got is not bad. It's a little bit bigger than a 3:4 ratio, but it's not the big widescreen it's supposed to be, and I can't find it anywhere. So I don't know whether there's any out there. I've been online, I've eBay, Amazon, so I got no idea. I really would like to get the widescreen version so I get, like the cinema, feel of it, but I can't find it anywhere. So, bugger. Yeah, it's hard to get things online, so that's why I like to try before I buy sometimes. I'll be able to check the packaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
that sort of stuff.
I'm all about that myself. I mean, if I end up getting something I may not like later on, it'll be a waste of money on my part.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
If I need a toupee or something rather, I'd like to try it on.
Anyway, moving back along. I'm about to give my opinion about this movie. Yeah, so I like the script, I like the actors, and let me see, and I like the whole chemistry. So I'm gonna give this let me see. I think I'm gonna give it 9.5 out of 10.
Ooh, you're good. She's nice. She likes Casper.
The other half, I probably would have said would have left it up to the special effects on my part.
But no, again, it keeps going back. Special effects are as good as your budget. And if it's low budget, don't expect miracles.
I guess.
No, you can't. What do you do? Set fire to rural town?
Good point.
You can't do it. Yeah, and you have to rely on. If you have to rely on After Effects or something or other, you're going to get what you get.
True.
Yeah. However, that's about it for me. I need to take a break. I'm going to start coughing in a minute, and I'm sure that you guys don't want to hear me go into a coughing fit and have you're listening to me while I'm coughing a lung out and it plops on the floor. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So anyway, this is Sarah Stephenson.
And Michael.
Saying we'll see you guys for the next one. Hopefully,
yeah, guys, looking forward to it.
When he gets out of his cold.
I hope
Bye now.
by next week. Be great. Bye.